You
I
do
scheduled this live stream the day after the Comic-Con event.
100%.
No fucking clue this was going to be the weekend that they dropped all this stuff. I should have, in retrospect. It's literally all of my Facebook memories from last
year
are me gushing over what they teased us with.
I wore my hair down. That might have been a mistake. That's annoying me. Oh well.
Hey, I am live. Okay, I'm gonna share this to. Can I share it? No, I can't share it. Look at that. That's
bastards.
Oh, it's already been shared once apparently, so maybe you can share it. Hang on. I don't know. Of course, my internet's gonna crash if I try to do this. Joel, get out of there. Get out of there, kid.
Abort!
Get out of there.
Get out of there, kid.
All right. There we go. We're rocking and rolling now. We got a few minutes. We're not going to start the real festivities until 2:00. But hello to anybody and everybody joining us. We're sharing this to YouTube, and we're sharing this to my Facebook page. So you ought to be able to get it in a few places. If one of you happens to see it because you are my friend on Facebook, and you can share it to the group, then please do so. That'd be just swell. Yeah, Ashley, I had no idea that this was going to go on this weekend.
It's so exciting.
Wait a minute. I might have shared the guest link out to people.
I think you
did.
This
is going to be a problem.
Hey, Slowbird, hang on 1 second.
Let's see. There we go. All right.
Whoops.
I'm going to have to keep that panel open.
Whoopsie.
That's hilarious. Zach says, "Hello, you beautiful friends of darkness."
Hello, Zach.
Mindy, by the way, Mindy was so excited to be with us, but also they're on a FaceTime call with their parents. So Mindy says, "We'll be there in a little while. Don't even worry about it.
We'll be here. Renee Hi, Renee.
Says, hello.
Oh, I love that this is. Oh my God! Yay! YouTube.
Says, hey, y'all. Oh, hey, we are getting comments from YouTube. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Okay, so this is going to work better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the stream holds up, y'all. I might have to. I don't know. I'll try to hide people if I don't know how I shared
our link.
The actual link. Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened.
Look, I filmed a movie
about that, everybody.
I filmed a short film yesterday, and my makeup is so aggressive right now. I was like, did I put my makeup on like I was filming a movie today? Jesus.
Oh. Y'all, genuinely, I can't believe I don't know how to make an email invite. Somebody said the calendar invite that I originally have been sharing, like you had to log into my Google Workspace basically to access it. I don't know what I was doing. Sorry, y'all. I'm an idiot.
We're better at technology than it seems. Let's just put it that way.
This is cool.
Hey, somebody new.
Just got your podcast recommended. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. We've been doing this for a hot minute.
Yeah, we have. Even when no one else was paying attention. It was just us.
Where did it go? I tried to share that. Oh, there we go. Okay. You two are looking beautiful today. Finally live hangs. Y'all, I am so sorry, Melissa. I have added apparently everybody as a guest on the show. So if you come on and you are surprised at why the camera is asking for your access, I will hide you if you jump into the call. Don't even worry about it.
Hi, Alfie.
I'm gonna have to do it for everybody. I really do feel silly.
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious, though.
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody make fun of me now. Okay, the Talamasca was paying attention. This is a good one. Yes, and exactly. They're always watching. They are always here.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about a little bit about what we're going to do tonight, or today, I should say. Thanks everybody for joining us.
It's 5:00 somewhere.
Indeed, it is. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to watch together the trailers for the Talamasca and for the Vampire Lestat, which is the very first thing we're going to do. We're going to be talking about that name change.
Hi, Lori.
I need to talk about it. Hi, I'm sorry, Lori. We're going to hide you for a second. I made a big boo-boo and added everybody to the show, apparently. So we're going to not do that. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Y'all, we're laughing our asses off at this. This is great.
Here's what we may do, though. If we have enough time when we get to the end, we may genuinely bring on a couple of people to talk a little bit if you've got something to share. So here's the order of events. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the name change, because I just can't.
Joel's so excited.
I'm so excited. Then we're also going to watch those 2 trailers together. Ashley, you have not seen the Talamasca trailer at all yet, right?
No, I did not watch it on purpose because I didn't watch it on purpose because last night after I'd finished 12 hours of amateur filmmaking, and I had spent the last hour and a half of it completely covered in fake blood. I came home and got in a hot shower and then got in a bath and immediately had like 3 alcoholic beverages. And then I was watching things and Joel was like, "Hey, do you want to hop online right now?" And I was like, "Oh, I do so much, but I am a little tipsy and exhausted and also naked in the bathtub." So could not do that. But I was like, I'm going to stop watching. I'm stopping watching everything so that we can watch it together or we can talk about it.
That's fantastic. Bran, hello.
Hi, Bran.
I am so sorry, everybody. As you join, you're going to get these notifications, and I know people are going to bail when they see it. They're going to like, "What? I didn't mean to do a live call." Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to send an invite to this fucking thing, apparently. I will continue to hide folks as they join. Like, literally.
But what's awesome is
going to be in this.
Like, we know you're there. We really know you're there.
I know, right? Let me see. There's so many people on it now. I'm having to scroll down and figure out where they are. There we go, Jordan. All right. Thank you all for being here. Okay. Let's talk about the name change for a minute.
Okay.
First of all, I guessed at this even before season 2 ended. I said when I think maybe even when season 1 ended and we got the the part 1, right? At the very end of season 1, it was Interview with the Vampire part 1 appears on the screen. And you and I talked about it. And I said, I think we're going to get a part 2 and then it'll be the Vampire Lestat and maybe the Vampire Lestat part 2 if they divide those seasons.
Which they might.
Okay. My hope is that they've renewed for 2 seasons already. We won't hear that maybe until the very end of this season. But I hope that they've given this 2 seasons. First of all, y'all, it is going to be so fucking weird. I think we can all agree on that now, right? This show is not going to get more mainstream.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Someone's here from Portugal. We got people from all over the damn place.
I appreciate you guys so much. But the weirdness is going to ramp up. The strangeness is going to be there more. Hang on just a second, Tania. We're hiding everybody as they come in. I really did not mean to add all of y'all as guests. I'm sorry. We may bring some of you in later on. Don't worry if your camera's not working or when you log in.
You're okay.
What the hell?
You're okay
for that. Joel's an idiot.
Riverside can be confusing, Jordan. It sure can.
I will tell you this. It is so cool to me, though, that I can send it out to all the places now. And knowing that you guys can comment on YouTube and I think maybe even Facebook, too.
It's awesome.
This is from Lisbon, Portugal on YouTube. How cool is that? Like, I love this stuff. Anyway, okay.
I'm so happy right now, you guys.
So I guessed at the end of season 1, hey, they're going to do the Vampire Lestat. At the end of season 2, we didn't get any real promise of that. But when they got to Comic-Con, we got the teaser trailer, we got the music, they gave us the VL logo, and I was like, they're gonna do it. Mm-hmm. They're gonna but then we went a whole year and they didn't say anything.
No, and the first like whispers of it was that like giant fucking billboard they put up on the side of a building, like it was like the whole building looks wrapped in it, and that was kind of like the first like real teasers we got that it was going to be the Vampire Lestat.
I tried to express to my wife and my kids and they know how weird I am about all of this anyway, but like I do understand the hesitance for some people. And there was the joke on stage at Comic-Con. We all saw the clips on Reels probably by this point. They made the announcement that it was going to be the Vampire Lestat officially. And Jacob gets up and says, well, I guess I'm not needed here, and walks off.
Bye.
Like he was mad. Yeah. But of course he knows about it. I guarantee you the contract is good, guys. Like he's not going anywhere.
No.
He's going to be well rewarded for the show. I think there is the possibility that as it gets more Lestat focused, that he draws a little bit of the this is genre nonsense attention, and Jacob's performance might be rewarded in a supporting category in the future in a way that he did not get for the first 2 seasons in a primary acting
Yeah, that would be
category.
nice.
So I do think there's that possibility.
We did get Emmy nominations. Nancy, we did get Emmy nominations in 2 categories. I know we were all bummed we didn't get acting nominations for our guys, and that fucking sucks. But we did get a nom for hair makeup, which is awesome. Like, that's fantastic. At least we're getting a little bit of attention.
I love that we're getting that attention. Why I suddenly have lost the ability to hide somebody? Maybe. Let's see.
Did you max out?
I might have maxed out genuinely. Like, the thing's going to crash because I've got too many people on the call in the wrong way. I'm so sorry, y'all. I will say, if you're having problems viewing this, please go and check out YouTube. It's on YouTube, I know for a fact. Slow burn. As a matter of fact, if you will get the other link, I'm trying to see, can somebody put that in the chat for slow burn? There we go. I'm so sorry about that, y'all. Why does it matter? Why does it matter to me? The Vampire Lestat is who I fell in love with. The Vampire Lestat is why this series matters so much. If all we ever had was the interview with the vampire novel, I do not think this series would have captured, I do not think those characters would have captured the world's attention in the same way.
Yeah.
The book series didn't really take off in a mainstream way until Queen of the Damned. And the Vampire Lestat novel is the one, I think, that the vast majority of our audience has responded to in that way, that they've gone back to it and they've just worn the damn cover off the thing, again and again and again and again and again, reading it. The fact that we're getting it, we're not skipping forward to the next storyline, which they did in the film.
Right.
The fact that we're going to get his backstory even, and we'll talk about casting in a little while.
I'm so excited about some of that.
Just makes me so happy in a way that is genuinely hard for me to express. So,
huzzah!
Yay, huzzah! All right.
Also, like, any fears that I had, I think I've been very, very open about how I always feared that this rock star element of Lestat could be really not as cool as we wanted it to be. But my God, like, any fears I had about that not being completely on point are completely gone. That man is Lestat. It is insane.
Alfie says, I'm asexual, but even my heart skipped a beat when I saw Sam Reed on stage. The back bend pose. Okay. We talked about.
God. Iggy stat, Brand says.
That is it exactly. Okay. We talked about in the middle of season 2, they gave us that teaser for the episode that would feature Lestat, and it was him walking across the top of the back of the theater, right?
That broke me.
And we gushed about when he rips off his jacket and throws it behind him, like the way it just slayed us. His body posture, again, like, it's such a small thing, but the way he carries himself just is Lestat, y'all. It just is. It is Lestat. Yeah. All right. I believe in, first of all, Patrick, hello and welcome to the phone call. Sorry that I made you show up in video. I didn't really mean to. I'm going to hide you in backstage. Joel doesn't know how to invite everybody. Now we're all on board. I'm going to have to edit that so many times out of this eventual version that goes out for real. I'm glad everybody's watching it in a live stream. First and foremost, before we get to anything, I want to say big thank you to everybody that's watching it, but also everybody who supports us. Our Patreon is now up to, like, we're closing in on 70 members paid, and we're at like 130 total members. You guys have signed up for free too. That's great, because I can message you in that way and let you know about things like this. I screwed up the messaging with a bad link. I'm sorry. But
look, listen, who would expect us to be perfect, Joel? We're not perfect. We're not Lestat.
No, we're not. Indeed. I believe in delayed gratification. So here's what we're going to do. We're not going to watch the Vampire Lestat teaser that they gave us first. We're going to watch the Talamasca teaser first.
Okay.
Ashley, I am excited about this show. I was excited about it already, but some of the things that I heard and some of the things that I saw yesterday make me think that this might be even better than we imagined it could be. And yeah, let's see how this goes. All right. First of all, I believe that you can hear it. Let's make sure.
Huh?
Okay.
I can hear it.
Music's on point, by the way.
Through that door.
Sit with me, please. Welcome to the Talamasca.
Okay. Shoot your shot.
Okay, first of all, I like that the teaser starts like that because that is exactly how a lot of the fandom feels about this right now, right? We were so on board for all of these Anne Rice projects, and then let's just be honest, Mayfair Witches did not do what we wanted. Interview with the Vampire is so true to the books in spirit, even when it makes alterations in fact, and Mayfair Witches is just not that. Mayfair Witches is a different sort of genre project.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, or whether you love it or hate it, it ain't the
It
books.
ain't what we wanted or what we thought it was
Right.
going to be.
So I think much of the fandom has that lean back. All right, shoot your shot with this Talamasca shit. Let's see
Right.
how it goes. First of all, and I think we talked about this casting before, but like, are there any of this cast that you are like intimately familiar with or were super excited to see in this thing so far?
For me, Fitchner, I
Yes.
really like Fitchner. He is such a great character actor. And like, since the announcement of the casting, like I knew he was in everything, but you really will fucking notice that William Fitchner is in every damn movie. You like, it's insane. Like within probably like a week of that announcement, I saw him in like 4 or 5 different movies. I was like, damn, man, he really is everywhere. So I really do like him. You know, I remember Elizabeth McGovern from like 80s movies, of course. So I'm excited to see her. Like I haven't seen her in anything in years. I don't know what, what her acting is like these days, but she was lovely in the 80s. So I was excited about that. Pretty pumped at the new announcement that came out yesterday.
I don't know that I heard that new announcement.
Oh,
let's see. Okay, let's
that
watch
Bogosian.
some more of this.
Bogosian's going to be in it.
I knew that. I knew that already. I knew that before yesterday.
That excites me. I'm pumped.
Centuries, our order has protected the equilibrium of society. As a recruit, the task is to gather knowledge, and most of all, remain unseen. We keep tabs on the supernatural. We watch the vampires.
Well, there's our confirmation that there's a vampire. We thought so. That was the rumor. Somebody had said there had been set photos with him in fangs or nails or something, but there's a confirmation. All right, so Jasper is a vampire. That's really exciting to me. Can I say, as a Harry Potter fandom expatriate, that I am super excited for the feel of this currently, like the way that this is all laid out in a way that like they're in the public, but they have to hide and they're protecting themselves by hiding that way. And I dig it. I like, you got to go through the back door and ask the secret code and whatever.
Yeah. I love it.
I did you. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing this only.
He
I'm
does
only
look good as
hiding
a
everybody
vampire.
Specifically because that way I won't have to edit quite so much in the eventual version that I'm putting up for everybody. Yeah, Fictioner looks great as a vampire. Also, we've got our first look in motion anyway there of Schwartzman, Jason Schwartzman. There were like 3 vampires featured in that little run up to William. She should have written a book, frankly, about this organization. And so the fact that we've got this opportunity, they're doing well so far.
I've always been fascinated by the Talamasca. I've always been super interested in this organization from the moment it was mentioned in the books. Like I find this part of this lore and this world really, really interesting. So I am really excited that they're exploring it and that it looks this good so far.
The witches. The demons. We watch and we're always there.
So why do
Now, I know a fellow who lost an eye one time, Ashley.
Yeah. A pretty
That was
blue one.
Pretty important. I don't believe that is. I'd seen this speculation before because the eye was prominently featured in some of the teaser trailer. That is not Lestat's eye. We have not gotten to the Memnoch the Devil storyline. He's got to go through the Queen of the Damned before we can do there for sure. And we're seeing this all played out in real time. Also, we got confirmation yesterday during some of the press releases that this season 1 of Talamasca, takes place before season 3 of Interview with the Vampire, now the Vampire Lestat. Yeah, so these events, that's not his eye, but
No.
interesting that they're playing on those tropes for us. Also, demons, they didn't mention werewolves there, but we've talked about this before. They don't own the rights to our werewolf books.
No.
They haven't bought the rights to like the Servant of the Bones, which has the djinn in it. They haven't bought the angel books, et cetera, et cetera. But this is a world that has spirits of various kinds, and those are absolutely mentioned in the books, including, we've recently done Merrick on the show. We've done a book club for Merrick. We've done Blackwood Farm. Merrick specifically has spirits that are not ghosts, but are some other, I don't know, I don't think she ever refers to them as demons, but minor deities and such. So,
right.
Yeah, I think there's no reason to think that this is all out of line.
It's probably not like satanic possession demons. It's not.
No, you'd imagine, yeah.
I'm imagining if they're approaching demons, it's going to be done in a way that's not exactly what we're used to seeing. Or I hope. I mean, who cares? Let's do this. Let's fucking do it.
Slight spoiler: the vampires, the witches, the demons, the Reblamoids. We'll get there eventually, folks. Book club's coming.
We're getting there. We are getting the hell there.
Alfie says, I might be the only person that doesn't mind the demons. If it doesn't turn into supernatural, I'm fine. Yeah, I don't think that that's where this is going either. Let's see. Someone had commented about Anne as a producer.
And Christopher.
Christopher and Anne, had no real involvement outside the novel she wrote. They left due to the amount of changes, and in time, Chris refuses to say anything. Okay, so first of all, Chris is contractually obligated not to say anything, actually. I think he's even acknowledged that. But also, the speculation is that they left because of the changes. Some of the speculation, and I've said it on the show before too, I think they might have left because Christopher was supposed to be in the writer's room. He was going to be in the writer's room on the Hulu project, where this was originally set up. It was his script that they were basing the pilot off of. I think it was going to be rewritten some, but he had written the spec script, Wolf Killer, as the initial episode. And when the AMC deal got signed instead, when the Hulu deal fell through and they moved to AMC, that was not really ever on the table. And I think that's one of the reasons they walked away from it pretty early on.
Yeah, I do too.
That's speculation though. All right.
Yeah.
Let me hide Kelly here. Thanks for joining us, Kelly, by the way. I'm hiding everybody because I don't know how to invite. All right. What are they going to tell us about the demons?
What are they?
You have a rare talent. A talent that you conceal.
What power do you think you possess?
They're lying to you.
What the hell is going on?
There are forces at play that you could possibly understand.
You're hiding something from me.
Listen to me. You can't trust them.
That was Raglan James. Did we see?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
we did.
So Raglan, of course, has already appeared in Interview with the Vampire season 2, as played by, what's the guy's name from Weeds is where I know him from. Really good actor in that role, I think, and I'm excited to see his further expansion.
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like our first season here, which by
Justin
the way,
Kirk. Thank you, Bran.
Justin Kirk. Thank you. Yes. 6 episodes. It's going to premiere October 26th, the very end of October, which is great for us. That'll give us like almost, I think we can do one more book if we wanted to.
We'll almost be in New Orleans when it premieres.
That's the other thing that I'm excited about. When this show drops, what we're going to do is get effectively a solid week of cool shit. Our episode about the first episode will go live on the 26th for patrons, on the 27th for everybody else on YouTube and podcasts. and then we'll head to New Orleans in person, and you'll start seeing Instagram videos from us and stuff, and TikToks and everything. And then we'll be in person. We'll do Anne's event. Then we'll have a live podcast event about that. And we'll also have the second episode of Talamasca that week. Thank God for pre-releases.
I mean, my God. Mandy just said I'm getting Eddie Redmayne vibes from the actor who plays Guy. Not mad about it. Yes, he totally has got Eddie Redmayne vibes. From the second
100%.
this started, I was like, holy shit, we got a baby Eddie.
Yeah, he very much looks like Eddie Redmayne. I love the whole mood of this. I also like the idea. What they seem to be giving us is this guy is caught up in a position that many of our human characters in the novels have been.
Mm-hmm.
The Talamasca wants you on the one hand, and the vampires want you for one reason or another on the other. And whose side will he choose, and how will he end up entangled? My money is on Guy getting fangs sooner rather than later.
Hey,
if I'm being honest with you.
Hey, he's a cutie. He could be a vampire. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Really, I'm digging this though. All right, let's wrap this one up and see where we go.
It's time, Guy. Your mission begins now.
They're using you, kid.
Who are you?
Oh, okay. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Okay, I love Eric Bogosian so damn much, you guys. Oh my God.
I do too.
Oh,
He's such a good choice for this too. First of all, and here's the first thing that I'm going to say jealously. The way that they're leading his character, I think makes it less likely that he is their David Talbot replacement truly.
yes.
And more likely that we might eventually get a David.
Yeah.
There is a lot in common, obviously, as the elder statesman of the crew, et cetera, et cetera. But like, he is not aligned with the Talamasca.
No.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, even though he wrote his book with them. That's
And
the
real
other
talk,
thing that we have to remember.
I have to say, one of my favorite changes to interview is Eric Bogosian and the way they handled Daniel. I love that age up that they did and the time change. Like, I really do love that. I think it's really brought a lot of different levels to it. It's going to make our Devil's Minion story fucking incredible on so many levels. Like, he elevates everything.
Well, it also it fixes it doesn't solve, right? The Devil's Minion relationship, if they actually show that in any way, will be problematic. However, the way that we're assuming that it happens now will be with Daddy Bogosian, not Baby Bogosian, right? Not our 70s flashback guy, although I do expect to see him again. But if you give Eric Bogosian, even though he's not a vampire, he doesn't have superpowers until, spoiler, the very end of season 2. He is not in the sway of these two vampires in the same way that the boy is in the 70s. Right? He's there and sparring as an intellectual equal,
yes,
even if
absolutely.
he's not a physical equal, right?
Yeah.
And that will be true about their relationship moving forward too. So like, I like that a lot. Bringing him over into this show though, I think is brilliant. First of all, it means that none of the major events have to play out in a way that Rollin can't get to tell himself, right? Lestat's not involved. Louis not involved. They won't probably even appear. They might be talked about or like in a headline or something. You know, we'll talk about the book, I'm sure, quite a lot, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. I'm super excited to see him cross over, and that has given me more. I'm even more hopeful for the Talamasca than I was before.
Yeah,
I think six episodes is the right amount too, honestly.
Well, if leave us wanting more.
Yeah. Well, and also, if you're going to have this all interconnected, don't tell too much story before Lestat gets to tell his story, and then get to react to that. And like, the real hope to me, the real promise of a Talamasca series is getting to see events in and around the storyline of the Queen of the Damned that aren't the main story that is going to be adapted onto TV.
Right.
If we get there.
Yeah. You could see the reaction of, potentially you could see the reaction of the Talamasca to what just happened in the Vampire Lestat. You know, like theoretically, we get a give and take. Like it's like a season of vampires, a season of Talamasca to kind of respond to the fucking shit that just went down. You know, which I think is a cool idea.
Mandy says, by God, just don't leave us wanting less.
God, please, please. Don't make me hate watch a second Anne Rice series. I don't want it.
Cam says, I'm agreeing with the awesomeness of the Daniel upgrade. I have a feeling this age Daniel won't tolerate Armand's bullshit, just like he didn't tolerate Louis' bullshit.
Yeah.
100%. He called him on it, even when it meant, or could have meant his life, right? Like there were all those times when it was like, I don't know, man, maybe this dude's just going to kill us here, or these dudes are going to kill me here. And yet he was still calling their shit and working to figure it all out and put it together. So
yeah, working behind the scenes to like find out more, you know, like I love it. He's got so much, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like, agency, so much more agency than baby Daniel felt like he had, you know.
That is it. 100%. He's got more agency than baby Daniel. That's it. All right. I can't wait anymore. Delayed gratification or not. Let's watch this Lestat trailer. So this is not a trailer. This is like a behind the scenes of the
teaser.
Vampire Lestat is what they released. So you have seen this already, right?
Okay, so yes, but I didn't watch it straight through. Like I've watched it in bits and pieces.
Oh,
like,
okay. Have you watched so lots of people have put up like recordings,
a pirated version of the
actual trailer
that's when I messaged you last night was when I watched that.
Okay. So I have not seen that either. Several people have said, when is that going to be available? My guess is, based on what they did last year, today, tomorrow, sometime this week. What they'll do is they'll drop several things throughout this week, probably to continue getting headlines, and to override some of the other headlines that might drown them out from SDCC, right? Because like everything got announced the past couple of days. I got all excited about some of the Star Trek announcements, for instance.
So I haven't even been paying attention to anything else besides this, but I was so busy yesterday. My brain was like all over the place, but I had to keep checking in at least a little bit.
I can't like, honestly, I'm excited about this trailer, but I'm excited to get to the other side of this trailer because I want to talk about the casting and all the things that we've already heard so far. I do want to let you know, by the way, we will do a full reaction video to the San Diego Comic-Con panel whenever that's available for both this and Talamasca. We did that last year for Mayfair and for Interview as well. All right, let's see what they got to offer us here. God, I'm so excited. I'm going to go into a flop sweat here.
Oh man, you're about to die.
Someone made a joke on the Facebook group about putting down tarps. Like it was a fucking Gallagher concert.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone needs protection. I think this might impregnate some of us.
Jesus Christ. Just look at him there.
You don't even know. You don't even know, Joel.
We're here in Toronto shooting season 3, and we're going on tour with the Vampire Lestat.
Okay, I
definitely saw Noah Reed.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw Noah Reed for sure, and I don't know who that was a female drummer, right? I did not recognize her, but I think we'd seen her teased in the previous announcements as well.
It's a wild ride. In season 3, the Lestat's living a rock star life in its most hedonistic, authentic way. Right now, he wants to be completely engulfed in the music. Ignites a fire in him. This show is so crazy. Every season feels him.
Okay, let's stop for a minute right there and let's talk about the scars, because there's been a lot of speculation about this already. It was one of the first things we saw in the images I think Entertainment Weekly put out. There were like 2 shots of him on stage, and he's got these very clearly visible scars, which are not there in season 1.
Are there scars? I'm looking at his abs. I don't know.
So my guess is that they've been there forever. Louis didn't think about them or didn't put them into his version of the story. And since we haven't actually seen Lestat shirtless, except in Louis' imagining, and
that's an interesting
Daniel's story. That's my guess, is that they were always there, and we're going to hear that they're from the wolves. He's had those since he was mortal. That's my guess. But several other people have pointed out could be from I've heard the word ancients thrown around. Everybody thinks they immediately go to Akasha and Inkle, who we are going to see this season. We've heard, they've hinted at least, but it's not just them though, right? Like the point of this concert in the book is that basically every vampire that's not Louis is pissed off at him about doing this. And many of them come to kill him for doing this. And so this could have been, if he's actually going to go on tour, it won't be one event where he's attacked, right? It would be many where he's in public and could theoretically be attacked by other vampires. So it could be like a current wound that he just hasn't totally healed over yet. But my guess is it's going to be the fucking wolves, man. That's what I'm
It could also be like, I mean, if he sings and he's telling the wolf stories, like it could be makeup. It could be like part of his like Lestat shtick.
Good fucking point. Of like, he's literally on stage. They just showed us painting it on. Like, yeah, he does a song about being the wolf killer, and then he's got the big fucking wolf claws stripes. Okay, that might make a lot of sense too.
It could be so many things.
God, he's on wires, Ashley.
I know.
I mean, I think he's doing crowd surfing at this point, but also he is gonna fucking fly in front of these people.
Yeah, of course he's gonna
be
fucking
so
fly.
awesome.
He told them he's a vampire.
Yeah, baby.
He doesn't have to pretend.
Oh, it's so good.
It's entirely different. Got 100 new skill sets to try and learn and rehearse, and I'm loving it. Yeah.
Every day for
I got
2
goosebumps.
years in the trailer, I could hear him next door practicing. Everyone's in for a treat.
I'm so excited for everyone to see these wild costumes, these crazy sets, extraordinary music.
Did you see that French historical shit? They're gonna give us they're gonna give us the chalet. They're gonna give us his manse, his palatial family home, Ashley.
Oh my God. We are in for it.
Kids,
we are in for it.
Things. They're gonna do all the things, y'all. It's been so long, and they're gonna do all the things.
It's because we've been so good. We've been so good.
The world is such a shithole. We really need this.
Truly.
Genuinely.
Is the world ready for season 3 of Interview with the Vampire? They better be ready. It's a big season. I think we're going to call it the Vampire Lestat, though, aren't we?
Oh, I love it so much. I'm so fucking happy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I needed this so bad, y'all. I didn't even know how bad I needed it.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking violin.
Yeah,
Ashley.
he does. Yeah, he does.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I saw that they were trying to hire violin artists for the band or whatever, but like the fact that he's actually going to hold it on screen, I am super fucking excited about.
Motherfucker probably learned how to play it, you know, like
he's just so kind of crazy.
Look, and Sam is like, we are blessed. We are fucking blessed to have Sam Reed playing this role.
Ain't it the true?
And I'm not a hashtag blessed kind of bitch, but when it comes to Sam Reed, I am hashtag blessed.
Y'all, he's so much better. He's so much better than
Alfie said Tom Cruise would never. You are right. Tom Cruise could never. We watched that rock star musical he did, and it was like whatever.
So I'll say this. Somebody did they took an image of him from School of Rock, or not School of Rock, House of Rock, right? Isn't that the name of the movie that he was in?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm just making fun of it. I'm not a fan.
Somebody took a picture of him in character from that and put him on like a red background on a throne or something like that. And it was basically like, this is what the Rolling Stone magazine would have looked like for the Vampire Lestat if he had done it. He would have never, you're right. He would have never done it at the time. He ran from the sexuality of the character, and he ran from the relationship with Louis, and it was not ever going to go there. This is the best timeline as far as this adaptation goes, y'all.
We're the worst timeline on so many levels. The worst timeline on so many levels. But this right here, this is this is our little bit of manna from heaven.
It's genuinely, if they land this season as well as that teaser suggests, it might be my fault, y'all, that everything else has gone to hell, because I just wished us into this timeline so we could get this show. I guess I didn't mean to do it. I'm very sorry.
Sorry, guys.
This is a pretty funny one. Jack Black would be a better rock star vampire than Tom. I'll agree with that, Nadine.
I would
absolutely.
I would enjoy Jack Black in the band. Actually, bring it on.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about casts here. Let me see how I'm going to do this. I think I can do this like this. Yeah. Thanks everybody for sticking through the fact that Joel doesn't know what the fuck to do with the live stream. I'm working on it. We're getting
Y'all are the best. Joel, you're the best. You're working very hard.
All the time.
Be nice to yourself. You're working very hard.
All right, I want to start with casting. Let's talk about casting here for a little while. Ella Ballant, and I'm going to go.
We're going back to Talamasca, yeah?
No, excuse me. We're going back to TVL.
This is TVL. Here. She's TVL. Okay.
Yeah. These are the new. Honestly, I didn't see any new casting announcements yesterday for other than
Talamasca.
Yeah, Talamasca. Yeah, I will say.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Majorum says Tenacious D as Lestat's backup band. I would watch that 100%.
You don't always have to bite them hard. In fact, sometimes it's not right to do. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the TVL casting though. And I'm going to go like up in importance basically in story. So we got a Baby Jinx, first of all, which is cool. And the quote from Baby Jinx that they used, every one of these characters got a reveal in a reel where like their, staff pass for the TVL concert got shown basically. And for hers, the quote was, "You're the only goddamn dead guy I've got left." And it makes me think that we probably will see Killer, but I don't think Killer is going to make it to the modern day, or at least not for very long, because I think Lestat is going to save Baby Jinx from Killer, and that's how she ends up in the entourage, and that's why she's featured here. I think she's going to be a better storyline for us than the novel, which you and I both revisited not too long ago, and we're sort of like, oh, this is kind of a bummer. Baby Jinx is one of those characters when you're 14 and reading these books, 12 and 13, 14 reading these books, it's like, yeah. When you're 40 and reading them, you're like, oh, there's so much of these books that's fucked up. Ella Hope Ballantine. Do you know this actress? She's Canadian.
I do not.
Sicilian and Hungarian descent. Let's see. She was in Railway Children, Little Cosette in and Young Eponine in Les Mis.
She was in an Anna Green Gables film adaptation.
Baby's First Christmas. She was with Casper Van Dien in that one. The Captive in 2013.
So it looks like she did a lot of child acting because she was like in her early teens for all of those, or like between 10 and early teens.
Okay, you just got her age. She's 24 today. So
happy
Baby
birthday.
Jinx is perfect. Yeah. I mean, not literally.
Not today.
Like a week
almost ago. July 18th.
Pretty close there. Yeah, I like this. She's got a great look to her. The way that they've got her presented in the reel that they showed, I thought was pretty nice. And again, this is one of those examples where they can take a second draft on this character and her storyline and do it better and do it more satisfying and give her more agency, make it a more interesting story, tell the things that Anne wouldn't have thought of telling, honestly, in like whatever.
Take an existing character and kind of expand on it too.
Yes. All right. This one is sort of a weird one, you would think, to be so excited about, but they cast his lawyer, Ashley. All right. I'm going back and forth and sharing these screens. The actress's name is Janine Sorales. Now, I thought I didn't know her, but I do. I watched her not too long ago in Apples. What is it? The Apples Fall Far or something. Apples Never Fall.
Apples Never
Far. It was a miniseries on Peacock. There was a book that this is based on. It's, I think, loosely based on a true story. It's like a family in Australia in the book. In the show, they're not Australian, they're American. But there's like a grifter that gets into the mom's life somehow, and it's all the things that are
Oh,
wrapped
shit.
up around it. The series was a little disappointing in the end, but she's quite good in it. She plays one of the daughters of the family. She's really good in that in particular. I haven't seen her yet in Inside Llewellyn Davis, but she's there with Oscar Isaac in that. Inside Llewellyn Davis is literally the only Coen Brothers movie that I've never seen.
I haven't seen it either, but that all of us could be, with Oscar Isaac in something.
Indeed.
My God.
In a little sandwich, Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal on either side, I think I'd be a happy little fairy.
That is a
Across the
delicious
Universe.
Ashley sandwich.
Who did she play in Across the Universe? Danny. I don't really remember this movie well enough to speak about it, honestly. I do remember liking it, but it wasn't.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I was
it
not in the
wasn't
mood for
really
it when
for
it
me.
came out.
Let's see if there's somebody over here in the comments. Sam Neill and Nicole Kidman. Yes.
I
Indeed.
love Sam Neill.
It wasn't Nicole Kidman in Apples Never Fall, was it? It was Warren Beatty's wife.
Annette Bening?
Yeah, Annette Bening plays the mom of the family in that one. Let's see. Cam says, hoping for some kind of revenge on Bruce. Absolutely think we're going to get a payoff for that.
Wouldn't that be grand?
Yeah, Kayla says, oh yeah, I'm blending two shows. Nicole Kidman was in a different show with Sam Neill, I think. Yeah. All right. So that's our she plays Christine. She's going to play the lawyer. And like, Christine is not a big role, but we've talked about before, Ashley, you and I are both big fans of these human characters that come into Lestat's life.
Yes.
His lawyers over the years, his agents. They always are interesting little moments in the book, and they give color to the fact that even in Lestat's brattiness, he does genuinely form affection for human beings. Like,
oh, well, I mean, my
great and
God,
small,
he loves
you know?
people. He loves humans. Like, let's not pretend like Lestat is not horny for some delicious humans in his life. He loves to have people around him.
All right. Our next actor is Damian Atkins, who has been cast as Magnus. We were surprised because he's got especially the image that they show of him. He's got a pretty baby face. He's not a very old
but
guy
then
to begin
some
with.
people showed some pictures of him that looked like they were from maybe theatrical productions, where he looked a fucking like emaciated mess.
Yes, very, very different look to him. And again, this is one of those things I think we're going to have to trust Rollin. Rollin loves. We know that he pulls his writers a lot from the theater world. He's pulled already several actors from theater performances that he had fallen in love with, particularly. I'm thinking specifically of like how little we knew about Ben Daniels going into season 2.
Oh, Jesus,
and
y'all.
how much we love him on the other side, right? Yeah. And how much he's added to the character of Santiago in all of our minds, I think, in some ways. So, again, especially as Magnus plays a role in the later novels, I think this is really exciting casting, and I'm excited to see what he brings to the role. Let's see. Oh, no. He's actually older, Mary says. Yeah, correct me. I'm sorry about that. They didn't mention the Nikki actor returning. You're right. They didn't, but they had already confirmed, I think, that he was going to be returning. He wasn't listed in any of the particular press they did. I wonder, first of all, has he maybe not been available yet? Right. So they haven't been able to shoot anything with him. That it might be as limited as
or
that.
Is it,
the other
yeah.
thing is the Nikki storyline, my guess, is going to get compressed pretty significantly. They're clearly going to show us baby Lestat where Nikki is not present. They're clearly going to show us some of Magnus, and Nikki is not really there for any of that either. So like,
Brand says he's in the bootleg teaser.
Okay, there you go. He is there. I don't know if I trust anyone more than Rollin at this point. I just worry he'll abandon us too soon. Boy, that is the concern, I think, genuinely.
Yeah.
Like,
but I just hope he feels
season 3.
I hope he feels so connected to this project he doesn't want to leave, is what I hope. That's just what I hope. But
all right, let me pull in this last one here. Or well, we've actually got 2 more, but I want to talk about this one first. This was maybe the one that was most surprising to me, and I think to a lot of people. Christopher Heyerdahl. He played Alistair in Supernatural. He played the Wraith Todd in Stargate Atlantis. Sam in Van Helsing. Swede in
He's
Hell
got a
on
lot of
Wheels.
vampire cred, y'all.
Sorry, I haven't shared the image. There we go. Yeah, a lot of vampire cred. He was in Are You Afraid of the Dark back in the day.
He's 61. He's a little older.
So that's my biggest problem with this. Somebody made a very good point. All of the characters basically have been aged up about a decade so far.
Yeah.
Sam is shooting Lestat. I think they've called him 32 or 33 already a couple of times in the show based on his birth date and when he was turned. And Louis is about 10 years older than he should be in the novels.
Mm-hmm.
And even Claudia was about
10 years older.
Right? Armand, the same thing. This Armand is not a 14-year-old boy. This Armand is in his early mid-20s.
I think if we're watching him do all the Armand shit he's doing, I am glad he is not 14.
Agree. Whoa, I did not realize or had forgotten Christopher Heyerdahl played Zor-El in Smallville. That is fantastic. Yeah, I remember loving that. Oh, he was Dieter Braun on True Blood. Too. Yeah, okay.
He was in Twilight.
I knew he was in Twilight, but that's just I literally haven't. I think I've seen any of the Twilight movies maybe once or twice.
I have not. My thing with Twilight was that I anytime anyone pointed it out, I said, I don't need Twilight. I have Anne Rice.
Indeed. Okay. Here's the thing that gets for me. Let me scroll. I'm scrolling in a separate screen and I'm not showing you this. This is the one that sticks out for me. If you guys have not watched Under the Banner of Heaven. Okay. True crime drama miniseries. I think it's on Hulu, although I wouldn't swear to that. It is
that's
Angie
the one about
Garfield.
the Mormon stuff, right?
Yes. It's like a Mormon. I think there's murder involved, but it's a whole scandal that's like ongoing. But he plays the father of the family in question that like the stuff all surrounds, and he's great in it. He's so good in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. As our elder statesman for the vampiric clan, this guy fits the role. He's a little older than we want him to be, but we've talked about this in the Marius books, right? We did Pandora, we did Blood and Gold, and the relationship with him and Pandora, and one of the reasons why it's so interesting is that both of them lived a full mortal life before they were turned, right? They knew each other when Pandora was much younger, but Marius was a grown man and already, I mean, he was still in the prime, but he had sown all of his wild oats, so to speak, already, and Pandora likewise, when she finally was turned, had lived a life and had risen in society and done all the things and then found vampirism. So I like this idea, honestly. I wonder who they're going to get to sit beside him. Who's our Pandora that
I know. I'm dying for that casting.
Okay. If this is what you're going to give me for Marius, you could maybe give me Gillian Anderson for Pandora. I know we've talked about Gillian, all sorts of things for this show, but like, yeah, you could give me that.
Don't you threaten me with a good time for my favorite fucking character.
Since we're talking about this dude, they have cast Akasha and they've said so. They will not release the casting yet. I wonder if they're going to hold it until she's in the show. Until she appears. I don't think they can. I don't know how.
It would be really hard to keep that under wraps that long. I have to say, everyone talks, like people talk out their asses. So
it makes me think though it's stunt casting, right? Like that. It's a name. It's something that we're all going to be like, oh my, whether we agree with it or not as Akasha, I think we're going to be like her.
Well,
or,
and
good or bad.
We see, like, I mean, these actors that we have talked about so far are not well-known actors. Like super well-known actors. So this is like, they could be saving their money for an Akasha casting,
Yeah. Nadine says, I never Twilighted, but I'm a good 10 years older than Ashley and Joel.
You got 6 on me, Nadine. That's it. We're almost there.
I think aging him up as they have with Armand is better when you consider that Sam is basically the age of Marius in the books. So it wouldn't really look like Marius is much older than Armand. I think you're right. I think this is all sort of in relation to each other. And again, it's not like they're not going to put the man in makeup and costuming, right? Like,
oh my God,
look a certain way.
Everyone's going to look good. We know these costumers and these, I mean, they got Emmy nominations, by God.
Yeah. He's not going to look like the 61-year-old man at a Comic-Con presentation, which was the image that we saw a minute ago that I shared
Right.
with you. So, all right, let's see. Big Baja fan, loved that the Hunger used them too. Peter Murphy would have made a good Lestat back in the day. Peter Murphy. I don't know Peter Murphy. Joel, you already wished us into this reality. Don't push your luck. Yeah, very good point. Very good point. If that's true, I'll leave Gillian Anderson out of this.
That's
Any
right.
other fan casting for me. It's
Jesus
over now.
Christ. Yeah.
We don't need to make it any worse. I promise. It's gonna be glamtastic, y'all. Okay, one more casting that I want to talk about here, and I think from just a pure look perspective, this is the one that I'm happiest with. Our beautiful Gabrielle, which there was some confusion from folks when AMC discussed her as Gabriella. She's Italian, and I hope it's a fucking plot point in the show that she gets turned and she chews Lestat's ass out about he's complaining about how, oh, you never loved me, and she says, oh, you're my favorite son.
Yeah.
And even you can't bother to call me by my fucking name. It's Gabriella, in fact, actually.
You know what?
I hope,
oh, you suck. I hate living with all these boys.
Yeah. Jennifer L. Okay. I do not know this woman.
Oh, I fucking love this woman, Joel.
Okay.
So she played, she is in the very, very superior, superb, excellent Pride and Prejudice with Colin Firth. She played Lizzie, Lizzie Bennet in that. And she is unbelievably good. You catch her in things.
I have seen that, so I guess it's just been two. So she's the lead. Then
she's the lead in that.
Is
yeah,
the main. Okay, so I do remember her. That was just a million years ago.
And she's fantastic in Zero Dark 30. Like, she pops up in some great character roles here and there. She is so fucking great. I love this casting so much, and I am so excited for it. Like, she is a badass motherfucker. Like, this is the kind of, like, this is a Gillian Anderson you can get. You know what I mean? Like, she's at that,
Yeah,
she's that good
point.
But she's gettable for a role like this. And so I saw a bunch of other people in the group pretty excited about this casting too. All of us fucking, Pride and Prejudice fans are just losing our minds over it. And I just rewatched that. That bitch is amazing.
She's lovely, and she very much has a resemblance to Sam. Like, they are going to look so fucking good beside each other, dressed up as men with their hair tied back. Like, oh, good Lord, put her in riding pants, man.
Yeah, and she's someone who can like she can transform really well. She can really she's got a little bit of a chameleon quality to her, which I think is really fucking great for that role too.
Jennifer Ellie is Rosemary Harris's daughter, but again, I am old. You're not that old. You're not that old.
We're right behind you, Nadine. Don't you worry, sis.
I know, right? I loved Pride and Prejudice and Wild so much in my early teens. Watched those around the same time as I discovered Anne Rice. This all goes in circles for me, and it feels unreal. I am so happy.
Me too, Cam. I just reread Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice is like one of my top 3 favorite books. I'd say probably top 2. I just reread it myself. I just rewatched the Pride and Prejudice like within the last month. And like this casting announcement could not have come at a better time for me. I am just so like drunk on her right now anyway.
Yeah, I'm super, super excited about this one in particular. Like, we know, we've talked about it so much. This relationship with Gabrielle is incredibly complicated and incredibly complex, and going to be really interesting on screen, particularly as we also get to see the two of them probably together with Louis, whether that be later this season or next season, I don't know. But like, when this tour all comes to a head, it's the 3 of them on a fucking adventure, basically, for a little while. And I am here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, she's I think we could get a couple of glimpses of her in the teaser. The pirated version of the teaser I watched was like really not great. Like, the sound was a little off, and like it was really, really hard to kind of see what was going on. But I was seeing people a little concerned with her hair.
Weird in the teaser, apparently. Yeah, see that look, it's one of the reasons why I didn't watch the teaser trailer through the recordings, and I haven't really watched. I watched one clip. I watched the one that I mentioned earlier about Jacob walking off when they announced the title change, but I haven't watched any other clips from the panel because I'm just like, first of all, the information will all come out and we'll see it. We'll probably talk about most of it here on the show, but I want to see their facial responses. I want to see anything that they show. I want to see that in high quality so that I can
and you can't. I
well.
mean, like, I don't know. The version of the trailer I watched was like definitely garbage. Like, I was like, I just like seeing body parts basically, and like, oh well, it's the best I can find right now.
Yeah, Jordan says, you and me, Joel. I'm glad I'm not the only person who can't watch the pirated version of the teaser. First of all, and we've talked, like, there's a reason we haven't done the Vampire Lestat musical yet, which I'm sure we will get to eventually. And I've had the ethics of it argued with me recently by another theater person. So like, okay, fine, we'll do it. But one of the reasons we haven't is because Ashley and I have a natural theatrical reversion, or aversion, I should say, revulsion to the very idea of a bootleg.
It's not a perversion. It's not a perversion.
Yeah, not a perversion. It is not a kink for us. It is the opposite of that. What's the John Winters thing about if you get to their house and they don't have any books, don't fuck them?
Oh,
yeah,
don't fuck someone without books.
If I get to your house and you've got bootlegs, I'm probably not gonna fuck you. Actually, it's not gonna. I'm probably not gonna fuck you anyway. I'm married, but you know what I mean.
In a different timeline.
Paradox Child says, yeah, I love the musical. There are two different versions. I know everybody tells us there's the San Francisco, which I think is the one that people tend to like better, but yeah, movie and book lovers, we have standards.
It's old theater kid habits is what this is, like
that's genuinely like, look, I've got quote unquote bootlegs that are not actually bootlegs. They are archival recordings of some of my own shows. In fact, one of them is even like it's public domain. It's a Shakespeare show. I still feel weird watching them or sharing them in any way, right? I'm like, it's 25 years old at this point.
Right.
Nobody owns it. It's fine for me to do, but also like, I don't know. It's weird. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the news generally. And I want to say thank you because I'm going to scroll through here for like the highlights for stuff to talk about. In this section, I'm literally scrolling through Sarah Beth Pollock on Blue Sky. Follow her there. I'll put a link in the show notes. Thank you, Sarah Beth. She was there in person and did a great job of like live streaming, live tweeting everything.
Oh, I love that.
When you are not on X, like I am, it is hard to follow live events anywhere, but particularly in a niche like this. There's just not enough raw people. There's not enough raw people on Blue Sky, honestly, and there's not enough raw people on Threads either to make it happen yet. But Sarah Beth,
and I still linger over on Twitter, which is the only thing I'll dead name. I refuse to call it X. I still linger over on Twitter because that's sometimes where I catch like breaking news, but you just can't hang out there anymore. It's the worst place.
So Anne Rice's Talamasca, The Secret Order series starts October 26th. We're going to get 6 episodes for this season at least. They didn't talk much about seasons, but the plan is for this to go on. This will be an ongoing concern, just like Mayfair and Interview. Now the Vampire Lestat, if they can keep them rolling. I will say, one of my buddies who's not a giant vampire fan and not a member of our group, he and I were talking today about, I said, hey, did you hear the news? I'm super excited. We're going to do a live stream later. He goes, yeah, you better enjoy it. This season's going to be the last season of that show. I can promise you. He saw like the image of Lestat with his back arched and he's like, that show didn't get any more normal, man. They were having trouble with the ratings before. I'm like, no, I'm aware.
Everyone is, the response to what we have seen has been insane. Like all of the social media, all the AMC social media that I follow, all of the like niche little Interview with the Vampire groups I follow, everyone is losing their fucking shit. Also, somebody in this feed said that they just got a recommendation for our podcast. So I feel like, like the audience is only growing and expanding, for this.
I mean, look, AMC's marketing budget is only so big. The fact that you and I and all of us watching this and listening to it have our algorithm tuned, like a fine hound's ear to catch in the distance. Did someone mention our Queen Anne or any of her creations? normal people have not. And I do think this is still flying under the radar. There was a bump for both this and Mayfair when they went to Netflix. Hopefully that deal is extended to season 2, although we haven't heard any information about that yet. And I do think the buzz from all of this stuff is I think it's gonna up our numbers a little bit. It is not gonna get any more mainstream, y'all, though. That's the thing. Like,
it's not gonna get any more straight, and it's not gonna have any normal relationships because he's definitely gonna fuck his mom.
The musical thing, y'all. Like the fact that there are gonna be not just songs, but songs integrated into the plot line in the way that clearly they are doing here. That is not normal stuff, and most people are not going to be down for that. I mean, Glee was a big hit,
but it's so well done. Like, that's the thing. That, like, I worried that it was going to be Glee-like. Like, I cannot. Like, Glee makes me so uncomfortable. Like, I cannot. But like,
man, I'll admit those first 2 seasons were fucking banger for me.
I just couldn't do it.
I was excited. I just
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
It's far too much.
But it made me like, that's the kind of shit I worried about with this rock star Lestat shit, and it being like a fucking, like an 80s, because her vision of it was like 80s hair band, which would have been fantastic during that time, but like, we are not in that time period anymore, and that is not what we want to see. And so I don't know, I think it's coming across so well, and he's killing it. I don't know, I can't imagine just being a normal person and this coming across my like my news feed and not being like, what the fuck's happening over there,
Okay, I've got to. Oh, I lost it. No, that's not the one that I meant. Hang on. There was one, and the thing scrolled. God bless it. I've got to go back to this. It was so good. Where are you? There we go. Shit! It did it again. I'm terrible at this, y'all. Stop talking for a minute. Everybody, stop talking. No, I'm playing. Keep talking if you want to. Here we go. Melissa says, "We don't want normal. We don't want it to be straight.
We don't, Melissa.
Straight, we don't. Damn straight we don't." Okay, this is a good point too. I noticed that once Sinners came out, there were more reactors started watching IWTV.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. There is something in the air. This is getting the buzz. I think we can still continue to build. Several people have mentioned it. We haven't talked about it out loud yet. Delaney Hales confirmed to be back for season 3. Delaney Hales obviously playing Claudia. In what way will Claudia appear? My guess is, first of all, that there will be at least one episode where we get some IWTV rewrites.
Yeah,
with Lestat in the
his version. Right? His version is in the Vampire Lestat. So
yes, and it's a short. When we reread it most recently, we were both sort of surprised at how brief it is, but it is there. We've already seen glimpses of this a little bit as Louis revisits his own memories and reads Claudia's diaries. But I think that that's one way we can see her. I also think, though, that we might see the beginnings of Claudia's haunting. Claudia, as a ghost, is a fixture in the novels. She comes up several times, and I think we'll start to see that here. She's a great actor. She's interested in the show, part of the fan base. There is a part of the fan base that is very committed to her and her storyline. So I don't think we're going to drop that completely yet, even as she maybe is not a major player. Oh, yeah. See, this is even perfect. We had straight and normal before, and that was Cruz and Pitt. No need to do that again.
It was fine.
Indeed.
It was great. Like it was fine.
New metal before. We don't need new metal again. Indeed.
Nope.
We need glam rock. We need.
It's so good. I'm so excited. Somebody, I think Walter Joram said that Anne had pictured Robert Plant as Lestat, and that is totally acceptable to me.
She talked all the time about Rutger Hauer.
Yeah.
It's like the look for Lestat. But you go look at him in that Tears in the Rain scene at the end of Blade Runner and tell me that he doesn't sound like Robert Plant when he sings. Like that guy doesn't sound like Robert Plant when he sings, because he does. I guarantee he does. I always said Robert Plant and Janis Joplin having a baby is what I wanted Lestat to sound like. That's
I love it.
To sound like. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what Sarah Beth shares here. So first of all, the Talamasca panel featured Mark Johnson, Mark Lafferty, John Lee Hancock, Nicholas Denton, William Fichtner, Maisie Richardson Sellers, and Celine Buckins. So John Lee Hancock is our showrunner for this one. Mark Johnson said in the panel that he didn't have an idea for Talamasca, but was speaking to John Lee Hancock about the Anne Rice properties. And in that conversation, Mark Johnson realized that there wasn't actually a book about the Talamasca, and maybe we should do something about that instead. Which I do love it when he's like, there's a lot of pages in these things. Have y'all noticed?
Did you
Every
notice
now and
there's
again, Mark Johnson pokes his head up and says something like that.
books have pages?
So John Lee Hancock says he was really drawn to the idea of doing something in the spy world, shadows and lies and half-truths and living in the shadows. I referenced Harry Potter. I mean, it literally feels like we're going into the whatever it is. What's
Ministry
the
of
platform
Magic
that they go on? 9 3/4.
Oh, 9 3/4.
Whatever. Yeah, but you know, it's like go through the secret door, talk to the blind, person up front at the library that looks
flush
like it's
yourself
never
down a
been
toilet,
visited, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, like I love that, and the idea of combining that with this. We've talked before about the Watchers in the Highlander series.
Yeah.
And the Watchers in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, similarly, although those are specifically set up as antagonists for the vampires. But like the Watchers in the Highlander series are not, they don't interact. It's just like, hey, there is this crazy phenomenon that exists in our universe, and we should
and we
track
record
that
it.
shit.
We're historians. They're basically like historians.
Yeah. I think that's exactly
where are they?
At.
Are they in London? In Talamasca? They're
Feels
definitely
like it's got to be.
Yeah, they're definitely not New Orleans.
So they shot in London. I know that was one of the places they shot. They also shot some in Amsterdam, but I think the main thing is in London. Let's see here. Mark Lafferty says we're all here because of Roland Jones and what he did with the interview. He was working on Mayfair Witches and got to write a little bit of SIP on his way to Amsterdam. That's when Mark Johnson introduced him to John Lee Hancock. So Mark Lafferty is another one of the writers on the show, but he had written a couple of episodes for Mayfair Witches. Okay, Lafferty says that familiar faces will pop up in Talamasca as soon as the first episode. They don't want to wedge them in. They'll use them when they make sense in the Talamasca storyline to make the show more of a thrill ride. The other thing that I was super excited about, let's see here. Several of them call out that this show will be the scariest of the three so far.
Ooh.
It's got really good scares in it.
Okay, I like that. I could use a little more horror in my life.
I agree, and I think it makes for an interesting fit, right? If we want to make these shows all different in some way, I think it's one of the reasons why they talked themselves into the Mayfair Witches not being psychics in the same way that they are in the books, but closer to some sort of real superpowered witches. I think they wanted to differentiate in some ways the whole feel of that series from Interview. I think wrongly, but what do I know?
Well, I mean,
Mayfair Witches has the better rating so far.
Right. All we know is what we like, Joel. That's all we know.
Let's see. Mark Johnson says all of the shows will stay different. They've all got great showrunners. They're connected, but they're all different and separate. They'll have their own storylines. Damian Holbrook is the one that said the Talamasca is the scariest of the three shows, and assures us that they've got good scares. A theme of fractured family seen in all three shows. That's something that Lafferty says that he was looking for. The character of Helen, who runs the Talamasca Mother House, has a relationship with Guy, sort of those two fill that role in this show, where we've already seen it in Mayfair for sure, and in Interview as well. I'm excited about this. I'm really excited to see the full panel from them. I don't want to get into too much of the other stuff, honestly, because I want to react to it when they're saying it.
Yeah. We want to get deep into. We want to be able to watch those and have proper reactions to them.
Yeah. I'm scanning to see if there was something else that I wanted to bring up for sure. Sarah Beth Pollock probably doesn't know who I am, but she does now because I liked every single one of her posts yesterday.
She's like, who is this guy?
Them all. Damian Holbrook jokes about all the tattoos from fans, asks if the cast anticipated the reaction after season 2. All right, the panel for Interview with the Vampire was Mark Johnson, Roland Jones, Sam Reed, Jacob Anderson, Eric Bogosian, and Daniel Hart. All right, I haven't seen and I don't know if I even want to know. I saw people talking about the fact that Daniel was setting up live instruments on the stage.
Yeah, I did see that, but I didn't hear any like. I didn't hear anything.
They performed.
I didn't hear that.
I haven't heard that they performed or not. I don't want to know, honestly. Don't tell us in the comments. I think, well, you know what? I guess if they didn't perform, tell me that, because then I won't be anticipating it for
Daniel Hart performed, Jordan
Daniel
says.
Hart performed. All right, there we go. That's better. I thought for a minute maybe Sam sang in the room. So supposedly the reason they didn't show a teaser last year in the room is because Sam was embarrassed and was nervous. And we know he's got a little bit of like anxiety, public anxiety.
He is such a sweet little angel. Like when he is like, it's such a juxtaposition between the character and Sam, you know, like when Sam's in an interview and he's just like, he's so sweet and soft spoken and just like, he's so precious. You're like, oh, precious little Sam. And then when he's Lestat, he's just like, like it's insane.
I mean, it's one of the reasons why we joke that he's been possessed.
Genuinely,
y'all, like when he gets into those fucking nails and makeup, it does not seem to be Sam Reed anymore. It is really, really impressive. But no, so when I saw people talking about that they were setting up live instruments, I was like, is that dude gonna sing like like now? Right, ready already?
I think there's a difference too with like, it would be easier to slip into character if I was wearing my fangs and my nails. I don't think that I could just Sam Reed my ass up there and like all of a sudden be Lestat, you know, like that would just be horribly uncomfortable for people to expect.
No, it's pretty fucking crazy. All right, let me troll through here. Let's see. Will tour stops have a Jumbotron, and will Talamasca be in season 3? Roland Jones says they have made other decisions aside from Jumbotrons. So there is going to be a tour, y'all. There's going to be performances, is what they said, apparently.
What? Like for real? For real?
I really can't believe it. I really can't believe it that they're going to do the thing, but they're going to do the thing.
I mean, let's go. Let's go.
Sam Reed said that there will be time jumps. 18th Century is going to be there. Lots of Louis in this season. Roland Jones also says that he tried hard to push back the Queen of the Damned, but it has been a part of season 3. Other books will be there as well. Impossible not to bring it all together. We've already seen that. We've talked about how, you know, the Doctor that appears in season 1 and season 2 a couple of times. He is a character from the Prince Lestat trilogy. Doesn't show up until the very end of the series.
Give us the Easter eggs we want. It makes us feel special. We're like, ooh, I remember that name. Oh, I remember that thing. Ooh, I remember something.
And again, okay, I do think there is a certain amount of brilliance set up in the fact that this is 40 years after the initial interview. The very idea of having Daniel aged and us seeing all this played out after they've already had this story told once, and then everything springs off from it. Mm-hmm. It's very, very akin to me to what J.J. Abrams did with Star Trek, right? Nothing that you've seen before is wrong or failed to happen.
Right.
There was an alteration to the timeline. And so we're over here doing this new thing. What if it had happened slightly at a different time?
Right.
And so that's the idea.
Or here. One person responds in a different way. It changes everything.
Yes. So the initial, again, like you can read the 94 movie in some ways as having happened in 74, you know, or 73. And then instead of Lestat attacking him right at the end of it, like Tom does, then this all happened because that wasn't the real story. And now we're getting another flavor of it and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, I think it's really brilliant. And I am excited to see how this all plays out. I can't believe that they're doing it. I can't believe that they're doing it all, Ashley. Like, I'm just overwhelmed.
Oh, Bran, Lord, the stress of getting Lestat tickets through Ticketmaster. For fucking real.
I mean, I guess if they bring me anywhere close, I guess. I mean, I can't.
You guess?
I'd die if I didn't.
You guess? You guess?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But like, realistically, like, I am not. First of all, I'm not a live music person. But also, like, fucking concert tickets are absurd, y'all.
Joel, we're going.
Yeah,
if
he comes to New Orleans,
Joel,
we're fucking going.
We're fucking going. Look at me, Joel. We're fucking going.
It's Lestat, Joel.
That's why we are adults with credit cards. We're fucking going.
It's true. That's a good point. I will say, I'll remind us all again, we all paid somewhere between $100 and $300 to go to a funeral about a week and a half ago. So
yeah, we're fucking going,
right.
y'all. Look at me, everybody. Look at my face. We're all gonna fucking go.
I'm interested in what Real Rashid will be doing in the series. I think there possibly could be a Tale of the Body Thief connection there. I think you're 100% right. So that was mentioned.
Oh,
as well.
shit.
Real Rashid will be back in season 3. So we talked about this in season 2 when it was revealed that that character was who, not only who Armand had been portraying in season 1, but also was connected to the Talamasca, as we discover in season 2.
That's right. Yeah.
When that happened, Ashley and I both talked about the fact that the Tale of the Body Thief includes not only the character of Raglan James, but an attractive young brown-skinned man. And so
it is
maybe
true.
Rashid is how you tie that all. And you, again, give it a little more weight, give it a little more significance to our ongoing storyline, and make us care more about these side characters that in the novel, I mean, that character in particular does not even exist, honestly, in the book. It's only Raglan James when we first meet him. So that would be interesting. There was one other thing I feel like in Sarah Beth's stuff. Oh, okay. So Lestat and Louis are on the outs, by the way. There is the scene at the end of season 2 where they have their reconciliation, so to speak. But then we already know that they are not together. Louis goes back to Dubai after that.
Well, and for me not to say too much about the teaser to you, Joel, there is a scene where they are like, there's a scene in the teaser where they are like in a law firm office.
Nice.
Like he's getting sued for defamation. I'm fairly certain is what's going down there.
Oh, I fucking love it so much.
I'm pretty sure Lestat sued Louis for defamation for the Interviews of Vampire book.
Sam Reed says that they collide and smash into each other. He jokes that it's like sex and fighting. It has to be dynamic and interesting. You want it to be compulsive, deep, and intensive. Yeah, I mean, that is the Louis and Lestat relationship. Let's remind ourselves, years after they make up after Interview with the Vampire and the Vampire Lestat, and they have their, save the princess moment as the Queen of the Damned begins. Years after the Queen of the Damned resolves itself, Louis burns down Lestat's fucking... No, excuse me, I flipped it. Lestat burns down Louis's fucking house because Louis won't give him vampiric blood. So, like, yeah, lots of shit happens, y'all.
Man, they do love to set shit on fire, don't they?
They do both love to burn a house down. It's true. Okay, let's talk for a minute about the partnership with Fender. We mentioned on the show, AMC sent out this thing, hey, there's an event tomorrow, and I thought maybe we could be a part of it, but once I read the fine print, it was like, no, this isn't for people, this is for brands. They're teasing something for brands for Interview with the Vampire. What they were teasing was partnerships. They were like, hey, you could buy in and be part of this shit if you give us some money. Fender was like, yes, please.
Sign me up.
The Lestat is now on sale.
It's so fucking funny. What a delicious pun. How fucking stupid. I love it so much.
There's going to be 4 of them eventually. The first one has already been revealed. I think they're going to drop the other 3 throughout or whatever.
Dear God, I'm buying guitars now for this shit, Fran says. Right? What the fuck are we doing? I thought about buying a coffin last year.
No,
what's wrong with me?
No, don't do it. If you can play the guitar, then you can talk yourself maybe into buying a Lestat. If you cannot play the guitar, you do not buy that shit to hang on your wall. All right, y'all. No, there are better.
I support you. Buy it. Get it. Get your guitar.
Like,
get your fucking guitar. Life is short. We have adult money now. We can do what we want.
Okay, so they talk a little bit about the casting. So Gabriella, they mentioned specifically that they're using the name Gabriella because she is of Italian origin. I love that.
Y'all are killing me in the comments. I'm dying.
Fender's got really cool. Here, I want to show this picture actually. Let's see. Can I do this? I think I can.
Joel, stop ruining our moment. We want guitars and concerts. Don't tell me how to live my life, Joel. You're getting a lot of shit in the comments, sir.
Okay, look at these fucking.
Oh God!
See, you can order these. Order a box of these and share them with us when we're all in New Orleans together, folks. If you want to buy a.
Oh, I love
souvenir.
them.
Yeah, the Fender.
They look all blood spattered.
Listen, the VL logo. Having spent so much of my life telling people about the beauty of TVL, like it was the fucking, New King James version of the Bible or something, and using the abbreviations like this, I am so excited that they've gone to this for their teaser logo. There's an image of one of the guitars. Yeah, this is the strap that they're showing off currently.
The petite coup.
Yeah, right. This is so cool, man. And again, like this is what we wanted. Like, give us a fucking tour. Give us guitars. Give us fucking music video. If they don't have music,
I mean,
videos,
look behind me. If you think I don't want your merch, come on. I want your merch.
Earrings from the Pit,
yes,
Mandy.
a necklace.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes, that is fantastic. All right, there's one more up here I wanted to see. I'm gonna need a new hobby for part-time retirement. Learn to play the guitar. That's the way to go about it.
I support that 100%, Mindy.
May, I'm gonna assume you don't mean the guitar as a necklace, right? It's the
picks.
The picks as a necklace, right? Yeah, there you go. We're living it, folks. We asked for this dream, and here we have it. Like, I genuinely, I can't believe that they're doing it for us. So we've got a lot of stuff lined up. Ashley and I have like 5 videos already that I've saved. TV Insider and Screen Rant and Entertainment Weekly and all of the things with the longer form interviews. Like most of those are like 10 to 15 minutes. We did a bunch of those last year. I'll do 1 or 2. I'll get Ashley to do 1 or 2 alone.
Hell
we'll do
yes.
a couple together probably. We'll have some of those eventually for the Talamasca as well. I know I've got one currently that I ripped from Entertainment Weekly's live stream, but they haven't put them out as individual videos. As those show up over the next few days, we'll pull those and start reacting to them as well. So watch the YouTube channel for sure. All right. Here's a good one. Let's see. Kayla, I have some from a musician that are his guitar strings with beads. He changes his strings every day, so he has a lot of strings for his partner.
I love that.
So cool. Kirsten as Pandora.
Ooh.
Kirsten
Dunst. They were talking about Kirsten Dunst a little earlier. I would not fucking be sad about that.
Y'all, if they brought Kirsten Dunst in this show, I'm going to be excited about that. I'm a big
My
fan
God.
of that. Yeah, I could do that for sure.
Yeah.
I would love. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I'd love to get a T-shirt with deep aubergine with gold lettering of "Scream for Me." "Scream for Me" is a great fucking tagline, by the way. I'm assuming that's from a song, probably a title of a song. Yeah, I'm for it. The drips that we're gonna get for this over time are gonna be so good. So enjoy that with us, y'all. We'll do like I said, we'll put these reaction videos up as quickly as we can, and we'll kind of drop those over the next several days or weeks. And as soon as they put up the teaser video that they showed at Comic-Con, we'll do a reaction for that as well.
Yeah. Because I need to see a clean copy of that shit.
Schedule, right? That's my thing. Is I'm just like I gotta see a copy, a clean copy. All right, let's talk a little bit about schedule real quick before we start wrapping things up. So next week we are into Blood Canticle,
which full disclosure, kiddos, I didn't read that book.
You hadn't read it yet? That's crazy.
I haven't read that book.
Okay.
And I know for sure I haven't read that book. Because I would remember shit, and I was looking at I was looking at a wiki about it, and I was like, oh no, I would remember that. I'd remember that for goddamn sure. So I'm like, I am picking that up immediately and about to nom.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good point. Melissa says, "Are you sure, Ashley? You did forget about Quinn's transformation in Blackwood Farm. We talked. Neither one of us remembered how that happened.
I forgot the how of that, but not the thing of that. But the thing about Blood Canticle is that there's Pandora shit in there apparently, which I would not have forgotten."
Zach says, "Blood Canticle, 2 words. Good luck." So I will say this: super fast read. I think. I'm already through the first part. Actually, as we're recording this, I've already gone through the first 10 chapters.
Shit, I need to get on that because we're gonna record that. I was so lazy this week. I was like, I don't have to do anything until Sunday. Woo!
So I'm doing this thing where I am trying honestly to read an hour a day. That is not always what I hit, but I also know I go on these streaks where I get to the end of a book and I read like 4 hours in a day because I'm trying to race to the end. So it balances out. But my goal for the year is 365 hours of audio.
That's awesome.
In my ears anyway. So I'm like about halfway through. I'm currently reading Blood Canticle, and I'm also reading The Wastelands, the third book of the Dark Tower series.
Oh, the Dark Tower.
Yeah, I'm doing my Dark Tower run as we approach that series from Mike Flanagan down the road. But
oh shit, I'm gonna have to read those fucking books.
The Dark Tower books. Oh yes. Well, so
look, I'm
interesting. Honestly,
I'm the biggest Stephen King fan on the planet. I love that man. I love his work. I have tried to read that fucking series 4 times.
The Gunslinger in particular, it was literally his earliest novel. Like it's the beginnings of his professional writing.
He was 18 when he wrote it. He was 18.
Yeah. And it shows in retrospect, especially and he's building that world on the fly as he's going through it. And especially the first 3 books is pretty uneven. If you're a Stephen King fan, though, there are so many Easter eggs for everything.
I know. It makes me so mad.
I don't think it would be a bad idea when we get to talking about the TV show down the road. And this is way ahead of our future. But when you and I are discussing the TV series someday, it wouldn't be terrible if you hadn't read the books actually, and all of the books are right, So
my real hope is that it's so good it makes me want to read them. Like sometimes I need that. Sometimes I need like a really good adaptation of something to make me be like, oh, okay, I can read that now. So maybe that's what'll happen. If anyone can make me do it, it's Flanagan. It's Mike Flanagan.
Zach says, so when are you going to be talking about my favorite epic fantasy series? We're going to talk about it eventually because we both like Mike Flanagan too much. We like Mike Flanagan too much. We like Stephen King too much. The fact that they're doing it together, and Amazon's going to give them the fucking money and time to do it. Like,
it's on.
My friend,
it's definitely on.
We're down with it. There are other ones than these.
Yeah, Mandy asked if we've got any
back into the right one.
Exactly. Right. Fuck yeah. Mandy asked if we've got any Flanagan plans soon.
So, okay. Here's what I was thinking, honestly, and you and I haven't talked about this often,
we have not.
So maybe I shouldn't say it in front of the children, but
it's fine.
My thought was,
Mom and Dad aren't going to argue.
Since we're on this run where we've got a few books ahead of us, we got some live streams, we're going to do a special recording with a guest. All of that stuff is sort of like less time sensitive than the TV shows. My thought was that we'd try to at least get those movies that we talked about.
Dr. Sleep.
We're going to do Dr. Sleep. Maybe we do Gerald's Game, I think was the other one we talked about. We do 2 or 3 movies and we can drip those out before we get to our next series.
I like that.
Realistically, just looking at the calendar, we're probably not going to tackle another full series from Flanagan until after we get back from New Orleans.
Oh God, yeah, no way.
My kids are all about to start school and like we're wrapping up the summer here. That means Ashley's going to get busy as the stores get ready for the fall and Christmas season. And we're also preparing for these trips to New Orleans. Like, yeah, we're probably going to coast on that. But sometime between here and Christmas is my guess. You'll get the next Flanagan series.
Because we do want to get back to it.
Yeah, well, we've still got another haunting to. Well, we've got both the hauntings to do.
Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor.
Those at all.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we definitely have plans to do Haunting of Hill House for goddamn sure.
Haunting of Hill House, I think, for me at least, that's where I first realized that Mike Flanagan was a fucking genius. I
same.
I heard the name, but I didn't fall in love with him until I saw Haunting.
It's the first thing I saw of his, and then I immediately was like, I'm gonna watch every fucking thing this man has done. Well, I maybe had seen Dr. Sleep before that. I'm not sure which came out first. Whichever came out first.
Seen Dr. Sleep first. Yeah, I saw it late on video. Yeah, Mandy, I think about Midnight Mass every fucking day. Other than Interview with a Vampire from Roland Jones and AMC, there's never been a TV
Eat a bag of dicks, Bev. Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to share that with the whole class. Eat a bag of dicks, Bev. If y'all have not watched Midnight Mass, if you're watching this and you enjoy Anne Rice's stuff, but you haven't seen Midnight Mass, get ye to Netflix, and then get ye to our other podcast, our sister podcast.
Yeah.
And again, it's actually on this feed as well. You can watch and listen to it here. But we did episodes about every single one of the Midnight Mass episodes. I think there are 8 books, 7 books. I can't remember how many.
I think 8. And we covered, we also covered House of Usher with my hubby Brett was on the House of Usher episode with me. So we covered that as well. So there's a lot of good, we've got a bit of Flanagan content out there. We just haven't gotten quite back to it yet.
Yeah, well, and genuinely, we've been busy with Anne in the short term. So here's the schedule, though. So next week we're going to start Blood Canticle. We'll do the epigraph through chapter 10. And somebody mentioned this earlier. I think maybe it was Zach, but somebody mentioned the intro to Blood Canticle is
being hilarious.
Outlandish. Ashley, I'm just going to give you a preview. Lestat goes on a big tirade about how nobody loved Memnoch the Devil enough, and that's why he hasn't talked to us in a while. And
I loved Memnoch. Lestat.
I know. Listen, we'll talk.
How
about it
dare I reviewed it for my high school newspaper.
But Anne Rice, through the voice of Lestat, is like, you don't deserve me.
You don't appreciate me.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, so we'll do that next week, August 3rd, Blood Canticle Part 1. Then on August 10th, we're going to do movie night for Shadow of the Vampire, which, by the way, there is a full version of Shadow of the Vampire available on YouTube, y'all. I looked, I was like, where is it? Awesome. It's out of print, seemingly. It's not on any of the streaming services. You can't rent it or buy it. It is on YouTube, though, full video. That's where I'm going to watch it.
Perfect. Well, hey, would you send me the link so I don't end up with some half-assed version of it?
I surely will. And then we'll do Blood Canticle Part 2 on August 17th. We're going to do The Howling from 81 on August 24th. Then we'll wrap up Blood Canticle on August 31st. September 7th, we're going to do Teen Witch from 1989, a nice little
delicious
funny one from the 80s.
A little light jaunt.
Right. And then on September 14th, we're going to have a special guest episode. Our first guest for the show. It's going to be Rose Sinister, y'all. We're working out the details of when we're going to get together. Rose Sinister is going to be our host for our vampire tour when we're in New Orleans for the weekend of Anne's celebration. She's a vampire historian. She does tours literally every night in the quarter.
I'm so excited.
Subject. She's also an author. She's written a book called Crimson Debt, which is a vampire story. We'll have that linked in the show notes. We'll talk a little bit about that, about her tours and her background. And here's my thought. I want it to be a taste of what you're missing for those of you who can't make it to New Orleans. So you'll get a little flavor.
Yeah.
And you put Rose on your list of things to do when you're there the next time. And for those of us that are going to go on the tour with her, we'll be so hyped to be with her in person because we get a flavor of her personality.
Yeah, a little teaser. I'm so excited. That was such a great idea, Joel.
I thought so too. And then on September 21st, it will be my 43rd birthday. So we're going to do a live stream because I'm a weirdo.
I love it.
Live stream. And then we'll have a full month still until Talamasca. So
yeah,
I'm not sure what we're going to do, y'all. If we don't do movie nights, we've got time to squeeze in another book. If we do movie nights, we've got time to do 4 or 5 movie nights probably, or I don't know. Maybe you guys want us to do some topics leading into that. So that's going to be on our Patreon.
True.
I'll put up a poll and see what you guys want to do. So go join articulatecoven.com/join if you can. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad free. But if you're not in a position to support the show like that, join anyway as a free member so that I can message you when we do cool things like this live stream. And next time I will not send the guest link so you all show up in your pajamas on camera wherever you might be.
That's so funny.
Let me back up here a little bit.
I'm so delighted that that's how that went down.
Is the vampire tour Anne Rice focused or just generic vamps? So her vampire tour is generic vampires. It's not, I say generic, that makes it sound lesser. Vampires generally. She talks about the casket girls. She talks about
and that's a
house.
Okay, so a lot of like history, like historic stuff. Okay, that's going to be really fucking awesome.
Yeah. The whole thing. Let's see.
Hey, look, for those of you guys that are not going to be able to go, I know it's a fucking bummer, but we're going to take you with us. So we're going to take you with us. So please 100%. Don't feel like we're going to make sure you're there as much as you can be. So please don't feel left out. We want to make sure that everybody gets to have as much fun with us as you can.
Histivo said this is talking about the intro to Blood Canticle. So I haven't said it yet. Lestat says, I want to be a saint. I want to save millions to the cause of Christ. That's where
I have not read this book.
'cause this is very much what Anne was feeling at the time as well. And honestly, she's felt this at many different times throughout it. But she launches into, oh, you come by my house and you leave notes saying, Lestat, when will you speak to us again? When will you rejoin us? Please, we need a new tale. I told you the story of Memnoch the Devil, and did you sure you bought it?
You should have been fucking impressed. You should have been fucking impressed.
It's the best selling of the Vampire Chronicles, ironically, but none of you like it that much. And I'm like, Anne, we liked it. I spent a year and a half of my childhood contemplating whether God was a vampire, lady. Like, yeah, I'm here for it. I'm with you.
I'm starting this as soon as I get off this call.
It is so weird going back into Lestat's voice, and it's not Simon Vance that narrates the audiobook. So again, it's a little.
So it's the wrong voice.
Yeah. Zach says Shadow next, me happy. Now do Abel Ferrara's The Addiction, hopefully. So The Addiction was one that other people have mentioned, and there was one, Byzantium was mentioned in our last round. Somebody said, I can't believe, I thought for sure you had done an episode on it. So we'll make a new list for movie nights for sure. And in between Talamasca and the Vampire Lestat, we'll have a lot of time to get to those, I'm sure. I want to roll up here. I feel like there's some more stuff that I wanted to bring out in the chat before we get off today.
Okay. Yeah, and guys,
yeah, the opening of this, like, it really does feel like Anne talking, not Lestat. I want to reference that too, because this is funny. Earlier today, I'm gushing to my family. We had to move some furniture for my sons, and we're standing in the kitchen.
God, it was so hot. It's been so hot this week, Joel. I'm so sorry you had to move furniture.
I moved it. Thank God it was not very much furniture that was left today, and I had extra hands, so it wasn't that bad. But I came home like an hour before we were going to go live, and I said, I have to go to the bathroom now and clean up. And I did like a whore's bath, washed my face, and fixed my hair again the whole night, changed my shirts and everything, so I could get on. But I was standing in the kitchen, and I was just like, I'm just feeling this bubble of, holy shit, they're doing the thing that I've wanted them to do for so long, and it's all coming true. And we're getting Lestat, we're getting the Wolf Killer, we're getting Magnus, we're getting Marius, we're getting Gabrielle. We're going to see this story played out. Jesus Christ, we're going to see the Queen of the Damned. Akasha is going to be on. Whether they let us get to that story or not, we're going to see her this season. And I'm just sort of overwhelmed, and I was kind of gushing to them. And I said, it's hard for me to explain to you guys what it means that they changed the name of this silly show to another silly name, the Vampire Lestat. Like, what does it really, or the Vampire Lestat, what does it really mean? And my wife said, can I ask you a question? And I said, sure. And she said, and I know what you're going to say. And I said, are you going to ask why it matters to me that they changed the book, the name of the book? And she said, no. I've noticed lately that you've started saying Lestat. Why have you changed the way that you pronounce his name? And I said, okay, I'll tell you. The last book that we read really called me out about it. He pronounces it phonetically as Lesdot. Lesdot is how he says it.
Lesdot?
And that's how he tells people to say it. And so I feel like I need to try to say it that way a little bit more. But I do go back and forth. I'm aware that I do. People
Look,
call
we
it out
do. It's fine.
Do it in the comments on the show or whatever. And she's like, I mean, it's fine. And that makes sense. Just feels a little bit like croissant. Like somebody goes to Barcelona and then they say it's Barcelona.
It's
every time
Ibiza.
Yeah.
I love that Kelly keeps you humble, Joel. It's important to have someone that keeps us humble in our lives.
One of my friends is a rock star and musician in his own right named Adam Dale. I cannot recommend his music enough. He's got a lot of great stuff of varied genres as well. But he's got a beautiful song called Kite. You are my kite. No, I am your kite. You are my string. Hold on to me. And Kelly and I have talked so many times about the fact that, she couldn't fly as high as she can if she didn't have me. And I would never stay stuck to the ground if I didn't have her.
No, that string would be loose and floating around.
For sure. Tania says, for someone with a hard to pronounce name, I can tell you it makes me so mad when people mispronounce names.
Really hope we're saying it right, Tania.
I think we are, because I think she's written us in the past to say that we got it right, and I believe I'm pronouncing it the same way. But here's what I'll say about that, and I know we've joked about this on the show. I think there are two ways of that, right? Do you take the correction or not? And that's can tell which way you are.
Yeah.
Are you a person who just goes about the world in their way and that is it, and they don't care what other people are doing? Or are you like me and Ashley, and did you read a lot of books but didn't get to say those words out loud with people around you on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Ashley and I were reading Stephen King and Anne Rice talking about ancient Greek philosophy and shit, and you
Yeah.
know, deities from the dark cosmos, and we were living
Barely in
rural
double
America.
digits. Barely in double digits, kids.
Yeah. Weren't a lot of discussions about Faust out loud in our households, is what I'm saying.
Well, weirdly, they're like, that's how I know how to say Faust. But like, but there are a lot of words that get us, you know.
Tania says I answer to anything that starts with a T these days.
Bless,
I like that.
Bless. Yeah, we appreciate pronunciation corrections across the board. We all learn that way.
All right, I think that's about it. Y'all, I cannot tell y'all how much we appreciate all of you for hanging out with us and
It's crazy.
having fun. Like these live streams are a lot of fun. I look forward to our group so much. Like the world is genuinely and not just the world at large, right? Like we can talk about global genocides. We can talk I read an article about there's some fucking bird in Hawaii, Ashley, that's endangered now because mosquitoes were introduced to the island and they gave the birds all malaria, and they're dropping mosquitoes that have been like impregnated with some virus so that they can't get the other mosquitoes. They can't make babies. And so over generations, they'll minimize the mosquito population and try to save these birds. Anyway, you don't have to hunt for bad things, right?
No,
the world is
no,
askew
you do
in
not.
a million different ways, right?
Just open CNN.
Yeah, but like our group, we talk about these silly little vampires and these stories that we have loved so much for so long, and new people find them because they're interested in the macabre, or they're interested in the gothic, or they like stories of the other, and eventually they hear the good news of Our Lady Anne, right?
Yeah.
Yay, y'all. Thanks for finding us. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for helping us build this clubhouse. It's going to be so much fun to see you all in person. We'll have one more live stream on September 21st before then. And we'll do the special episode with Rose Sinister. We may live stream that as well now that I think about it. I don't know. I'll let you know when we get closer. It depends on when we're going to record, honestly.
These last few comments have been so nice. I'm going to cry.
It is. That's what I'm telling you. But like, it's fun. It's nice having
I'm really
you all.
gonna cry.
Nice
I love you guys. Like seriously, this is so silly.
This has been so fun. Thanks so much for scheduling it so Europeans can join too. Really grateful. Genuinely, we're gonna keep rotating it. We've done it at night on Saturday. We've done it at 9 on Sunday. We've done it in the middle of the day on Saturday and Sunday. I think now we'll do it in the morning sometime. Maybe next time.
I mean, that's my least good time, but I'll do it for you guys because I love you. Because I love you all.
Mommy and Daddy might argue over that one, Joel.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm committed. I'm committed to our crew. I will do it.
Okay, genuinely, thank you all for being here. Thanks everybody for sticking.
We have
with
the best Coven.
Fucking Rollin Jones. Just thank you, Rollin, and Mark Johnson for spending the money, and AMC for buying these fucking books. And honestly, thank you, Christopher, for not raising a bigger stink.
Yeah,
whatever
for real.
For not being with this show. And even if it is just legal that's keeping you from saying shit about it, I'm glad that there's not a negative drumbeat from the author or the author's family out there against this show.
Yeah.
We've all said it. These fucking shots from the Vampire Lestat, y'all, Anne Rice would have been flipping.
She would die
backflips.
again.
She would have been loving it. She would have been fucking loving it. I have no doubt. And
she would love Sam. Like, I have no doubt. She would love Sam.
100%. I'm gonna put this one up there as our last one. Thanks for giving us the space to nerd out. We will keep fucking doing it, y'all. I will defend this territory with my life. I swear to God. It'll be the last corner of the internet that's any good.
That doesn't suck.
We'll fucking knives and fangs. I'm telling you. All right. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for spending Sunday with us. This will go up if you missed the live stream on YouTube and all the places, just like before. Patrons will get it this evening, and YouTube and the podcast apps tomorrow. There will be more to come from us as we react to all the shit. So watch our channels.
Yeah, we're going to be busy. We're going to be doing a lot of little things this next couple of weeks. So we're going to be busy.
Go read Blood Canticle and go
for the very first time.
For the very first time. Ashley, does that mean that from here on out, because it's Blood Canticle and then it's the Prince Lestat trilogy, right? That's all that we got.
Yeah.
And Vittorio, you've never read Vittorio either.
I've never read Vittorio.
It's all new vampire books for you, Ashley, from here on out. That's exciting. That's
oh
an
my
exciting
God.
moment.
I'm so excited. Brand new
That
shit.
is very, very cool. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I like for
I'm gonna have to take notes. I'm gonna have to take notes for these last ones.
Well, for those of us who have read them before, though, genuinely, it's going to be fun because you're so steeped in the lore, and we know your bona fides, so to speak.
Yes.
To see you react to them in the for the first time will be really, really exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited,
especially when we get to this last trilogy. Fun stuff ahead, everybody. Thanks for making it all possible. Until the next time we talk to you, we have been your hosts. I am Joel.
I'm Ashley,
and we are the Articulate Coven. You know what? I didn't do that at the beginning. That's gonna make it really hard for me to put an intro on this motherfucker. Look at that.
Oops.
There'll be 19 entries where people come onto the video feed too, though, so it'll work out fine. All right,
yeah,
everybody.
it's gonna be fine.
Love you. Oh